mother, entrepreneur, influencer, personality, and more. I have a passion and charge on my life to provide entrepreneurs with the motivation to be their own boss. I'm Nara Winay, and I'm a dope resource. What is up, loves and thugs? I am Nara Winay, and you are tuned in to Chit Chat with Nara. So, y'all, this is different for me, okay? Not different in a sense of I've never did it before, but since I started Chit Chat with Nara, I may have been visual maybe 2-3 times if that. And then I decided, okay, let's go completely audio. Let's do real deal podcasts. And I don't know, y'all, over these last few seasons, so much has changed in my life. So much has changed as far as me being a business owner, and the dynamic of what people want when it comes to podcasting is different. So for season 4, we are shaking it up a little bit, okay? We are, of course, still going to be audio. You can listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, but we are adding that visual. So you may be watching this from narawinay.com, or you may simply be on YouTube checking us out. And we're going to be adding, of course, way more visual platforms that you can check us out on. But welcome, welcome, welcome. It is the first episode, y'all, of season 4. Can you all believe that Chit Chat with Nara literally has been around for 4 seasons now? When I first wanted to do these chit chats, they were literally going to just be 5-minute audios, just talking about different things that business and brand owners deal with. And it went into this whole dope platform, okay, you all, being able to be a dope resource, okay? When people ask me, who is Nara? I say Nara Winay is a dope resource. That's the best way to sum me up. So I'm excited to be back. I'm happy. Life has been kicking my ass, all right, y'all? And it's a lot that I want to share with you all that I can't due to legal matters. However, as soon as I can give you all a full testimony and be a full living evidence that you can get through anything as a business and brand owner, I promise you, we're going to talk about it. We're going to have a full chit chat about it. But let's go ahead and get into this episode. So you all, usually when I come back for a new season of Chit Chat with Nara, it always end up being more business topics. And of course, we're going to always talk about business because once again, we are entrepreneurs, we are CEOs, we are just some dope ass bosses, okay? But I wanted to spend this first episode, for one, catching you all up on what's been going on with me, and then just talking about things that I don't know, I feel like help us as business owners. I feel like it's enough people talking about podcasting and, oh, let me help you grow your podcast. So I never want to do that. I never want to spend too much time trying to be an influence to make you start a podcast. But I'm always here, you all, if you have any questions. And I do have an episode coming up this season where we are going to be talking about podcasting, but in a different dynamic. But I want to get you all caught up on things that's going on. I didn't want to talk about business taxes. It's enough people talking about business taxes around this time. I just wanted to talk and continue to be raw and unfiltered. So, first, let's get caught up. So you all, I ended season 3 off by letting you all know that my postpartum had hit me really hard after giving birth to my son, Braden. We talked about how it felt, to be a mom now of 2, but I was still getting into the groove of it, okay? Now, sis is 7 months in almost. My son will be 7 months on the 22nd of February. So just in a few weeks, my baby is going to be 7 months. And I've transitioned well. If you follow me on social media, especially if you have access to my personal page, then you will know that I am single. I am a single mother. I know, right, y'all? I was so excited about the family that I was building, feeling like I was loved properly, all of this stuff, okay, you all? And unfortunately, to me, that was my reality. But to the other person in the relationship, it was not that for them. There was a lot of infidelity. And like I said, some things legally that I cannot talk about right now. But I can talk about certain things. So let's talk a little bit about that, okay? Let's talk about Nara. How did you go from being excited, having this family, playing around with the idea of possibly getting married again, all of this stuff, and then it just changed? Like I said, y'all, it was some infidelity and things on their part that I should not have had to endure. I cannot be an advocate to help other women that's going through domestic violence if I'm willing to sit in it. So I had to put my big girl panties on and walk away from an abusive situation and a thing that could have really messed me up in the long run. So that's neither here nor there. Like I said, I'm a single mom now, doing this mom thing, being an entrepreneur, what we be calling it, a mompreneur, and I'm doing my damn thing with it, okay? And I don't know, it's made a couple of other great things and decisions finally happen for me that I did not realize was happening. So, like I said, you all, without going into details about everything that is going on with my ex-significant other, I will say that the one thing we don't realize as business owners is that monitoring spirits are real, okay? They are real, and you can have people around you that don't believe in you, or they may believe in you, but they still will try to hinder you, okay? So let's talk about that first. So if you don't know what a monitoring spirit is, the best way for me to sum it up, but I definitely will say go do your own research, is it is a person that comes into your life that has a spirit on them that don't want to see you elevate, okay? They're going to do everything they can to stop you. And you all, I made so many excuses for season 3. Oh, I was pregnant, so I couldn't finish it. Oh, the postpartum. Now, all of those things did contribute to me not being able to give a positive season 3 like I wanted to. But it was more so that monitoring spirit, okay? You all, imagine being in a relationship. They already know that you're an entrepreneur, that you juggle different hats, that you have a podcast. And then every time it's time for you to record, something happens that stops you from being able to do it. They can't help you with the kids. They playing music super loud. They're picking an argument with you. Even going on other people's podcasts was super hard for me. So I started to utilize the whole idea of, oh, well, maybe this isn't my season. No, it was always my season. I just had to remove certain people out of my life in order to have the season that I deserve, okay? And like I said, with that, it made me go harder, because it went to have to hit that hard reality of you're a single mother of 2. And for a lot of women, that breaks us down, okay? And I'm going to be the first person to be honest and tell you, it broke me down. And I am still healing. So that is why I am going to give my full story and testimony and be that evidence once I'm healed and all of the legal parts of everything is taken care of. Then I'm going to come back. And I'm going to tell y'all everything that's been going on, because I know y'all probably like, what the hell? Sis, we follow you. And you've been going through some shit, okay? Worst storm of my life right now. Even before recording this podcast, found out even more news. But you know what? I realized, you know what? Let's be positive. We've been positive by everything else. This is nothing but confirmation, okay? So we'll talk about that later on in the season 2, so y'all can be caught up with everything we're talking about, okay? So let's take a deep breath, okay? Because once again, if y'all been following your girl, then y'all know that come July, I will go from being a mother of 2 to a mother of 3. So imagine your relationship ending, you having to re-find yourself, trying to heal, still going through your postpartum with baby number 2, and now you're pregnant with baby number 3. So I am going to have Irish twins, okay? And that will make a person give up everything. That will make a person say, the hell with being an entrepreneur. I need to go work a job that's going to bring in some bands, okay? That's how you'll get your mind to think, especially if you're still in that up and coming entrepreneur stage where you're still dibbing and dabbling with the idea of, okay, do I want to be a business owner? Can I handle having a brand? And sometimes life be lifing and it makes you want to give up. You are. Instead, I push myself and I continue to push myself. I said, because that is what people want you to see. Y'all, I our worst enemies be the people sometimes laying right next to us, or the people across the street, or the people you technically do business with all the time. Like, you never know where that monitoring spirit is at. So yes, you all, I am getting ready to be a mother of 3. And the first thing I told myself when I found out I was pregnant again is that I was going to go hard, okay? I was not going on no super long maternity leave like I did with Royalty and Braden. I was not going to use the excuse of, oh, morning sickness, and oh, well, I can't figure this out. Hell, y'all know I got kids, okay? If y'all hear them in the background, so what? I am a mom. Like, when I say I am wearing that title of being a mompreneur to heart, like literally in my heart, that is what I am. I was allowing myself to get discouraged because I'm like, oh, well, I can't go up to my recording space and record, and oh, how am I going to pull this off? And then I had to think about it. Sis, when you was doing the spiel, you was doing those from home. Some of your chit chats, you did those from home. You can do this from home. So, y'all, I'm sitting in my living room recording this podcast for you all, and I'm okay with that. You know, I am okay with shifting it up. We have this big idea of what we want things to be. And sometimes it just gets too hard for us. We overthink things. I'm like, so you know what? We're going to do these podcasts from home. And then the light bulb, went off in my head. And I said, girl, you got a whole damn garage you barely use. Why not turn your garage into a studio? Why not buy you a shed and give yourself that space to record, to create? It's so many things I could do as a homeowner, you know? And there's so many things you all can do. So that's just a little encouragement. Like, don't ever feel like you can't do something because you may not be able to get to where you want to do it at. Or maybe you don't have a sitter, like my case is most of the time. Still figure out how to get that going for you. And you're going to be okay, all right? Because we still going to be popping. And y'all, ignore my little raggedy nails, okay? One thing I gave up when I became a mother again is, oh, I'm not going to wear my long nails because I want to scratch my baby. Y'all, Brandon scratch himself more than I even get scratched by him, okay? And yeah, the nails is coming back real soon. Even if I go back to my little press-ons, y'all, because y'all know I love my press-ons too, okay? And if anybody is watching and you create amazing press-ons, I would love to check you out. So that's something else, neither here nor there. So yeah, y'all, I am getting ready to be a mommy again. And like I said, you know, it happened at maybe the worst time in my life. And I'm going to go into more details about how all of this happened once I can legally talk about things. However, you know, it's okay. Like I always tell myself, hey, you already know how to be a mom. You know, at least look on the bright side. You don't have to deal with 3 different baby daddies. At least you only have 2. So unfortunately, my ex-significant other, Braden's dad, is also the father of this baby, and I'm okay with that. And I feel like it's so much that I can teach my children, you know, how to be resilient, how to get through anything. You know, I had somebody inbox me, y'all, and literally said, your life is in shambles. How are you even promoting a podcast right now? Baby, just because my life is in shambles doesn't mean I have to stop being me. And I had to tell myself that too. So, y'all gonna get a chit chat every week moving forward, okay? We will not stretch out season 4 at all, y'all. I'm also getting over the flu. So, I had a lot going on that could have made me not record. And I said, oh no, we have to record. We have to get this podcast taken care of today. So, y'all gonna see me go through the process. Sometimes I may not even have makeup on, okay? But hey, we go do what we gotta do, and it's gonna be all right. But yes, season 4 will run fluently. We will not have any hiccups. We are going to make it happen. I have a couple of episodes planned where my children are going to be a part of it. So that's going to be interesting. Royalty's going to do great. She's about to be 7. Braden, y'all, we gonna send some positive thoughts up for Braden, okay? He's still getting into the groove that he has a mommy that's an influencer, all right? But we gonna get it there and everything. So, we got that out there. We talked about, okay, the breakup, going through it, being a single mom, of getting ready to be a single mom of 3, all of these different things. And like I said, I have a couple of other announcements that are going to come in as the season progresses. You know, y'all, we gotta plan stuff out accordingly. Alrighty. But my goal is to really embrace motherhood and being an entrepreneur and everything in between. I even have some episodes planned where you all are going to get to see more of a deep dive into the different things that I do as an entrepreneur. I actually started off in business as a publicist. I still am a publicist, but I did kind of take a break from doing a lot of PR. We're bringing PR back full force. I've worked with MMA fighters and boxers on the amateur and the pro level. We're going to talk about that this season. The music industry, entertainment, hell, even what it was like to even date somebody that does music. Because I've dated artists before. And y'all, business mixed with pleasure sometimes could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. So we're going to talk about so many different dynamics. And it's all going to wrap back into how did I become the Nara Renee that you all are going to see during this season. And I think it's important. We're going to have different guests on, and I'm going to let y'all know when I'm a guest on other people's podcasts. So it's going to just be an amazing space and platform to, I guess, reintroduce myself. So with that, let's talk a little bit, okay, y'all? So we got all of that stuff out the way. And let's talk about why I do not like the idea of having a business plan, okay? Now, we all know that when you decide you want to become a business owner, the first thing people tell you to do is to develop, can't get my words out, a business plan, okay? I hate business plans. I absolutely hate them. They're great. It's absolutely something you should know how to do. You should know the different parts of a business plan. You know, all of that stuff. And it is certain parts in life where you are going to need a business plan, especially if you're trying to go after some like heavy hitter investors. So, of course, it's important. But the reason I don't like business plans is because it boxes you in. And let me explain, okay? I just told you all how my life has been flipped upside down so much, okay? And I always use excuses because I felt like I had to do things a certain way in order to get it done. Okay? And I feel like that's what a business plan does to people sometimes. You get this business plan and you want to stick to the script so much to where if one little tiny thing, like it could be like this little, y'all, goes wrong, you like, oh shit, I can't do this shit no more, okay? Now y'all know we cuss on Chit Chat With Nara, so don't y'all be acting like shocked because I just said shit, okay? But it'll make you want to get discouraged, you know, if the projected numbers that you have in that business plan doesn't be what you want them to be at this mark in your business, you start to feel bad about yourself. And we even do it in our personal lives so much. I can only speak for me, but I always thought that I'd be married by 26. I'll have 3 children by the age of 30. I'll do this, and this. And here I am, about to be 37 with 3 kids and no man, okay? But I'm okay with that. But I'm super excited that I can smile through everything. So like I was saying, when it comes to a business plan, they're great. But I feel like we need to not have business plans. We need to have vision plans, okay? Now let me explain to y'all my definition of a vision plan. I feel like when you have a vision plan, you know where you want to go. You know what you want to accomplish, but you're leaving room to understand that you may have to adjust that plan here and there, okay? Let's go back to what I just said about the podcast. I was getting discouraged because I wanted to be able to do the podcast from my office and my recording space. Life happens to where it'll be more convenient for me to do it from home for now, okay? So I had to shift gears on what I expected for my season 4 of Chit Chat With Nara to look like. And before I just realized that I needed to shift those gears, I kept postponing when I was going to record, when I was going to pull it out. And then I woke up and said, no, put a date out there and stick to it. So I put out there February 9th, 2024. And I told myself, I'll be damned if I don't put it out there. I said, oh, it needs to be put out at this certain time. No, it don't. It just needs to be put out on that day for now. I'll get back into having that schedule. I cannot have that schedule right now because my life does not permit for it. Well, y'all feel like I'm getting a little boosty woman. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real, okay? All right. Matter of fact, y'all, let's just put some more lip gloss on, okay? Let's just do what we gotta do, okay? Shout out to Crochet Shades. Y'all know that is all I wear. It's Crochet Shades. Get y'all some. www.crochetshades.com, okay? She even got lip liners now. Don't play with it. But, so, let's talk more about this vision plan. So, what do a vision plan look like? A vision plan, to me, is that business plan with room to shake it up a little bit, okay? I always tell people, when you're a boss, you can choose what you want to do, okay? You can change up what your dynamic is. When I first started Simply Complete, you all, it was honestly just PR. Over the years, yeah, we still offer PR, but now we offer professional and legal services. We have business compliance services. We have planning and development services. We have so much. We even have a virtual consultant department now, okay? Where I'm able to hire other people to work from home, to offer different services and parts of Simply Complete Enterprises now, you know? And I have to give a shout out to Neiman Marcus, okay, you all? If you don't know who he is, go Google him. I went to a boss brunch where the one thing I remember in his speech when he was up there talking is him saying, you are not a boss until you put money in other people's pockets. Okay, you all? That made me go full force. We're starting my virtual consulting agency. All right. I'm able to put money in other people's pockets. That makes me feel good, you know? That wasn't in my initial business plan, okay? But it became a part of my vision plan. So to me, it was good. All right, y'all? It was super good. If I would not have decided to take that leap of faith and say I'm ready to hire people, it'll be a lot of individuals without employment right now. Okay, y'all? So, I'm super, super excited about that. And then even still, I was scared. You know, I was scared because, like I said, it wasn't a part of that original business plan. If I would have stuck to my original business plan, you all I would be was a public relations firm. And there's nothing wrong with that to companies that are only public relations firms. But I knew in my soul, in my heart, in my spirit, that I was meant to be a dope resource. Okay? And when you're a dope resource, guess what? You have to have resources to provide to people. So, you know, I had to shake it up a little bit, you know, change so much stuff up. I can't help but smile, y'all, because I don't know, I am super excited about going visual. Y'all, and I'm not trying to be over the top right now. Like I said, it'll get there. If I was worried about being over the top, like I said, y'all, I would have never even pressed record today to be able to give y'all this episode. But I'm super excited. And like I said, it's not even a planned out episode. It is literally, I wanted to catch up with you all. I wanted to talk to you all about having a vision plan instead of a business plan. And I think that's going to help a lot of people. Like, if you go through life trying to just stick exactly to the plan, leave some room to know that sometimes life is going to go whoop upside your head, okay? And you going to have to readjust things just a little bit to keep going. And I'm excited about that. Like I said, some days I'm going to come on here, makeup on, lashes on, edges laid. They ain't really laid today, y'all, because y'all know sis is doing her natural thing, all right? But it's going to be days where things are super crazy. It's going to be days where I'm going to be sick as a dog. It's going to be days where I'll be out of breath, y'all, because this belly going to get to growing after a while. All right, we almost at 5 months. We getting there, okay? We are officially at 4 months of this pregnancy, so we knocking it down. 6 more months to go, y'all. 6 more months, okay? And if y'all don't know what I mean, you are pregnant for a full 40 weeks. That is 10 months. All right, we got We got 6 more months, all right, because we getting there. Yep, let me just do the math right quick. Hold on, y'all. No. Next week, I will be 5 months. Oh my God, y'all. Literally, I'm not keeping track of my pregnancy, huh? They gave me a due date and I rolled with it. But that vision plan is so important. Like, I know people do vision boards, and I love a good vision board, but I absolutely love a vision plan. I love being able to say, okay, these are the things I want to accomplish. Okay, this is what I think it may take to get there. But here is my gray area. Shit might get shook up a little bit while getting there. And I love that for myself. I love that for my children. I feel like my children get to see something different. I grew up being raised by an entrepreneur. Majority of my life, I did live with my grandparents on my mom's side. And my grandfather, to this day, is still an entrepreneur. He worked in a bakery when he was in Mississippi. They relocated to Cleveland, Ohio. And then they decided to make their forever home be in Flint, Michigan. My grandfather worked for General Motors. I don't even think it was a full 6 months. And then he said the hell with it and started his own concrete and masonry business. Okay. So my whole life, my whole 37 years, I've never seen my grandfather punch a clock for anyone. He has always did it himself. And he didn't have a business plan at all. Okay. All he had is that motivation that I am a provider and I have to provide for my family. That was his vision plan. And even when I have talked to my grandfather about being a business owner, and he just explained to me, it was harder for them back then. Now it's a little easier because we have this amazing world of technology and social media, okay? But they had to really put the muscle in, okay, y'all? They had to do the lead work. So I always think about that. So it's kind of nice to know that I was raised by an entrepreneur. And now my children get to be raised by an entrepreneur. How amazing is that? To be able to pass down that goal into the next generation. That you can do it. That you can push forward. And y'all, if y'all don't take nothing else out of Chit Chat with Nara, episode 1 of season 4 today, I want y'all to take out of there, it's okay. It is okay if life is lifing you right now. It is okay if you feel like you're not where you want to be as a business owner. But guess what? You did not give up. And like so many people have told me, and I've heard before, so what if you have to start over? You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. And that's okay too. I don't care if you have a business plan. Cool, keep your business plan. But you need to get you a vision plan. You need to have room for growth, room to shape things up a little bit. Like I said, I got a lot of things to announce, but I just want to announce it at the right time of how I'm shaking things up and doing things differently. Y'all, my hair is all over the place today. Okay, y'all look at that one. We're going to just tuck that one back over that way. But that's neither here nor there. Y'all know we raw, we uncut, we unfiltered. That is why I felt like it was important to let y'all know that sister's out here single, okay, and doing what she got to do. Simple as that, okay? I'm pretty sure y'all even hear the Instapot going off in the background, okay? Because I'm a mom and my kids are hungry. So we needed to get dinner going too. All right. So it's a lot of great things from even recording at home right now. I don't have to send my children to their grandparents' house or get a sitter. Dinner can still get done while I'm recording. So many different things, y'all. And y'all know I'm always trying to find the silver lining and everything. That's just the kind of person I am. But I'm also learning to set boundaries, okay? Now, that's the next thing we're about to talk about. I done caught y'all up on my life. We done talked about how you have to allow yourself that gray area that sometimes things may not go as planned. All right? We done talked about all of that, okay? But now we got to talk about setting boundaries, all right? Sometimes I think as business owners, we struggle with setting boundaries. And what I mean by that is we try our hardest not to be the corporate position we left from, that sometimes we get a little lax, okay? My life coach told me to stop putting out crackhead prices, okay? Now let me explain to y'all her definition of crackhead prices. Sometime as a scalable business, y'all, you find yourself saying, okay, well, business X, Y, and Z is charging $1,500. So I'm going to charge half of that. No, the hell you ain't. No, you will not do that to yourself. You can knock down your price a little bit, but Don't shortball yourself because you have the skills and the qualifications just like that business over there. So don't do that to yourself. Do not do crackhead prices, okay? Because what one person won't pay, the next 10 clients will. So what if you don't get that sale at that moment? So what? Okay, it does not matter. Because at the end of the day, you have to set those boundaries. So I feel like we have to set boundaries when it comes to our prices and knowing our worth. For example, could you imagine yourself only charging $100 to build a website, okay? $100 to build a website. Now, we already know if it took you 5 hours to build that website, you paid yourself $20 an hour. If it took you 10 hours to build that website, you paid yourself $10 an hour, okay? Anything more than that, because $10 an hour is not even enough. You shortballing yourself. Sometimes when we create these prices because we're trying to be in competition and get that deal before our competition do, we lowball ourselves. Now we out here with crackhead prices, okay? Them desperate prices. We don't want them desperate prices, all right? So you have to set boundaries with your business. Set boundaries with your business when it comes to your prices, the services, how people respect what you do, okay? I don't even think I'm going to call myself a virtual assistant no more, okay? Because I realized people were taking it the wrong way. I offer assistant services, but I'm not just a virtual assistant. So I've been trying to figure out, a new word to call it for those services to make it sound better. So I don't feel like, it's being said to me in vain. You have to set those boundaries when you're willing to work on business. Now, we already know as an entrepreneur, it's a 24/7 thing. But that don't mean you have to answer your phone 24/7, okay? I have purposely stopped responding to text messages and phone calls after 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Anything after that can wait, okay? I barely do business on Sundays. We all know that church is something that's important to me. I respect everybody else's faiths and beliefs. If they say they don't do work on this day or at this time, guess what? I don't bother them. And I feel like, I have to do those boundaries for myself. Ooh, y'all, this gonna be a hard one. This gonna be a hard one for a lot of people. You got to set those boundaries with your family, with your friends, and with the people that you entertain intimately, okay? Especially if you have a business that is going to benefit something that's going on in their life or their career. You have to set those boundaries, okay? People might think I'm crazy, but when I'm ready to start dating again, if I end up dating someone that needs a service from any of the brands and businesses I'm a part of, I will not give discounts. No. And the reason why is because, let's be real, if they needed that service done and somebody gave them a price that they was not humping on, guess what? They're going to pay that person. So you cannot allow a person to get a discount because they're humping on you, okay? You cannot allow a person to get a discount because they're your family or they're your friends, because at the end of the day, you have a paycheck to bring home to your family just like everybody else. You have mouths to feed, and I got 3, okay? So set those boundaries. And I have always been a person where I've struggled with setting boundaries simply because I'm a very genuine and loyal person. So, got to set those boundaries, you all right? Be selfish, okay? Sometimes being selfish is a good thing. It don't make you a terrible person to set boundaries that are going to help you. Because if you're not good, you can't be good for nobody else. So you have to set some boundaries that's going to help you, all right? Go to therapy. There's nothing wrong with going to therapy, okay? Do it. Do whatever you need to do. But y'all, once again, get the monitoring spirits out your life, because you want to ignore the fact that it's a monitoring spirit. So then you come up with excuses for everything else, all right? Don't do it. Stop living your life on a business plan and live it on a vision plan, because that way you got room, like I said, for that gray area so that you could be better. Y'all, and clearly I love the gray area. Hell, Majority of my living room is gray. The couch, my work chair, my ottoman. Hell, I think my kids' room is about to be majority gray when I redo their room. I don't know yet. But learn how to enjoy it. Enjoy the gray area as much as you enjoy any other area when it comes to being a business owner, okay? Don't be afraid to shake it up a bit, okay? If you started off saying, oh, all I'm going to sell is sunglasses, go ahead and step it up a notch. Now we need the cases to go with them sunglasses, okay? We need the supplies to clean our sunglasses properly, okay? Always be willing to expand. Like I said, y'all, I went from just doing PR to offering so many different services to where I could truly say I'm a dope resource now. And that's amazing to me. Set them boundaries, okay? No more crackhead prices, for one. No more letting people think that they can run you. If you want it to be ran, you'll still be punching the clock. Don't even let being sick get in your way, okay? You all, if you know you need to be in person for something, but that stuff can be adjusted to be virtual because you're not feeling well, do what you got to do, all right? Set those boundaries, all right, y'all? Set those boundaries. Whatever setting boundaries look like for you, do it. Allow yourself to be a little selfish if it's going to help with your well-being and to help you grow. Because like I said, we can't be good for nobody if we're not good for ourselves. So definitely want you to do that. But the last thing I want to leave y'all with, okay? And if y'all got kids sitting around when y'all listening to this podcast or watching this podcast, you might want to tell them to close their ears and go in another room. I'm going to give y'all a few seconds to get them babies situated. All right? Okay, that's enough, okay? Because them damn kids need to be ears covered or gone by now, all right? Because I tell mine the same thing. By the time I get through doing, you need to be somewhere out of grown folks' business, all right? Y'all, this is that season where you have to live as an entrepreneur, as a brand owner, and say, I don't give a fuck, okay? And when I say I don't give a fuck, at the end of the day, you became an entrepreneur so that you can do business the way you see fit for your business. So what if the person over there don't like the way you run business? Guess what? 10 people over here gonna love you. They're gonna love that shit, okay? So you have to live in a I don't give a fuck era while you're setting those boundaries. Now, I'm not saying don't give a fuck about people that's in your corner and stuff. Of course. Live life accordingly. But you have to have the I don't give a fuck mindset, okay? You're not going to succeed if you give a fuck about every little thing, okay? So live in your I don't give a fuck era for a little bit if you got to, all right? So what if people say it's selfish? Do what you have to do. With everything that's been going on in my life, y'all, people have been trying to tell me how to maneuver through it. Oh, don't do this because that could happen. Oh, well, you don't want to do that because your reach isn't good enough to it. What the fuck my reach got to do with anything? If my ass going through something, I'm going through it. I could care less how you think I should react to it. So many things have been said. I even had people say that I shouldn't bring the podcast back right now. They told me, you got too much going on in your life to focus on your podcast. I had people tell me, give up your business. I would never tell a person to give up their business, okay? Never. That is the one thing a person don't want to hear is to give up their business. So I would never tell somebody to do that. Y'all, I've heard so many things. I even had people tell me to take my son and the baby I'm carrying, dad back. That life would be easier for me. No, it would not. It would not be easier for me. You have to stand on your ground and you have to do things that make you uncomfortable sometimes in order to continue with life and to be a better person for yourself. And like I said, I don't even feel good today, but I still made sure I did this podcast. It was so important to go ahead and get season 4 started. So y'all, that was my little soapbox for today, or my little TED Talk, or my little Nara, or y'all done got high off of the marijuana, however y'all want to say it, for today. Y'all, we have such a dope season planned, okay, y'all? I'm talking about so dope, so where y'all gonna be fiends of Nara Winnie. by the time we're done with it. So many different ways we're going to be looking at Chit Chat with Nara. Like I said, I am super excited that you all can either visually see us through narawene.com or by going over to YouTube to Nara Winay. That may change, y'all. I haven't decided yet if we're going to do Nara Winay or if we're going to do Chit Chat with Nara. I think I want to create a whole new YouTube and then use my old YouTube channel to introduce y'all into the mothering side of Nara instead of just, the Nara y'all was getting before. So I think I'm going to keep them separate. The best thing for you to do is to just keep on paying attention to me on the platforms. Like I said, this is episode 1. I don't know how we're going to shake up this whole season 4 of Chit Chat with Nara because we're living off of a vision plan instead of a business plan, y'all, okay? So many things going on, but of course you can always listen to Chit Chat with Nara on your favorite podcasting platform. But the best way to always know what's going on with us is to always just tap into narawene.com. That is your best way to always know what is happening. And to definitely follow Chit Chat with Nara on Facebook, where you can always see what's going on. But I'm going to get out of here. And as always, people are going to talk. So give them a reason to mimic your dope. And until the next time, y'all continue to be dope and inspire somebody else to be dope along with you. Bye.